here comes that plane, bringing it on into the arena. We're going to be dropping a package here to start off round number 3 of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
And look at that Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
Yeah.
My goodness. This tile is actually on it. It's pretty awesome. As we saw there earlier, they were able to pretty much throw out where they were trying to land. And look at this plane path right here. It is just pretty much going to be straight through the north of the map.
Is this even going over the main part of the island?
Oh my
Very
goodness.
briefly there on the right side of the map, but oh my gosh, you got a lot of teams jockeying for position down south. You can see LHW going again probably to Novo, and this time they may have some company here as a lot of clans are doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, and more than likely, we're going to see a lot of people just trying to hop on a car, and then they might try to go to Novo and also military base, or maybe even Primorsk, as we saw Hyro there earlier going to Primorsk. And look at this, Baraka going down, but GT Akan also going down in the exact same spot. We were actually talking about this earlier. What happens if GT gets a bad landing and Akan, the reliable teammate that his team was saying he was, gets in the car and just goes away as soon as possible?
What I really liked about that drop was only one of their players went for the car. They didn't risk their whole team getting into a skirmish there. They sent one guy for the car, left the others out in a field somewhere, presumably, and they're going to go pick them up and head off to safer pasture somewhere where there's better loot. Now it looks like Team BRK is stuck here, and they're going to have to run somewhere a little bit, less advantageous. And again, we know from earlier games that BRK is definitely looking to Watertown to try to loot up.
Yeah, they keep falling here now 3 times in a row, and luckily for them, this zone is currently to their advantage. They are inside the zone, so they are going to get a little bit of time there to go ahead and loot up. But I wonder if this is going to change, right? We have seen them land here 3 times in a row now. If they don't start seeing the results that they expect, are they going to go ahead and start landing in other places? And not just BRK, also other teams. We have seen pretty much Cloud9 land right next to Evos, which at the moment, we're actually seeing Gang Angry get a kill there on one of the Hydra players, and he finishes them off right away as well.
Pyra getting another kill on Hero as well. Kenris goes down to Angry, and Gangstar's wiping him off the map early right now. Hero, man, they finished 19th in Game 1. These are the European champions, and they are getting hit hard here early in Game 3 as we continue to watch Baraka loot up here in Watertown.
Definitely. Luckily there for Gainstars, as they had a bad showing in the last match, but they're more than likely just trying to, you know what, they're trying to brush that up. And it was just the second game of the tournament after all in Baraka, just trying to check every single little place in this map area and clear it up.
Indeed, Baraka is still looking for the right gear here. We finally switched over to C9 Rolex. Again, looking at, I believe we're over in Milta right now, and they're looking at BTR across the road here. Rolex has got that VSS. Luxy is going to try to keep his brother alive this time. He's actually going down early last game, but ultimately BTR having a decent game in Game 2. They're going to try to repeat a great performance here in Game 3.
Interesting stuff there by Cloud9, because there is currently only 2 players from Cloud9. It is Carnage and Rolex, so they decided to go ahead and, you know what, let's not land just Nava this time. Let's just go ahead and land in Milta and just fight it out and see what we can do. And so far, it's been working for him, as Rolex was able to go ahead and get a knock. He's not able to get the kill, but at least now they know where they're at.
Both teams definitely know where each other are. Rolex able to smack them with a VSS, and again, smoke's coming out. They're going to get the pickup here, but again, C9, Rolex, and Carnage unable to be aggressive here because it's just them. They're going 2v4 right now, trying to see where their other teammates are on the map. Kodo here, off on the Shelter. They've done a split drop, Shelter and Milta.
Shelter and Milta it is. Now, at this point, Rolex has more than likely had call out. They saw that they were able to go ahead and knock down somebody. Do you think Kodo and Sam are going to go ahead and start rotating towards Milta?
I don't. I think they're going to continue to loot up as they, unless they've already looted the Shelter, which is quite possible because not too much competition typically drops there. But after they loot it up, there's a good chance they'll rotate. Looks like Team Japan here is occupying the school, and again, GT Doyu right outside, stalking their prey, essentially. Again, they split dropped one at the school, and a few at Rozhok again, and it looks like they've done the same here, but Six God just content to hang out with the AK. He's got level 2 everything, so bag, helmet, and armor, and he's content just to watch Team Japan do their thing and call out to his teammates what's going on, and ultimately you're probably going to see some aggressive play again here from the Chinese team.
Gathering as much intel as they can, but Team Japan actually, it is currently split up. They have 2 at school, and they also have 2 at apartments, and look at this right here.
Arab Madness on the move, on foot. working their way through the field here, going over the little ridges here.
We saw something similar earlier today, actually, with the terror team from India, and it worked out for them because they didn't get a chance to run into somebody.
Senior from RRQ Athena is in the area. He's on foot as well, moving away from this compound. I wonder if they've seen him, though. He's dangerously close, and again, away from his team. Seen a lot of split drops so far from many teams this game, and we're seeing a little bit of strategy shift and a little bit of, trying to take some of the smaller loot locations and loot up individually rather than all as a team, essentially.
Yeah, more than likely, as we're seeing here, teams just starting to rotate early. And look at this, Team Japan. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and just get together just in case. They're more than likely going to go ahead and get in this car and just drive away because GT Doyu is very close by, and that's a team you don't want to go ahead and encounter this early into the game. Ooh, are they going to try to go that way? They are.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is a bad idea. Ladies and gentlemen, GT got
Six God. Look at that. The nade knock. He gets a knock again. And Japan in trouble. 2 members down so far and also exposed. So this is really, really bad spot for them.
And as we're talking about the finishes, look at that. They are madmen. They are going into the car and just rushing them, knocking people down left and right. GT Doyu.
Brilliant play there from the Chinese team, GT Doyu. I loved that aggressive approach because two members are down. They knew that they might lose a member or so, but they weren't going to be able to finish him off. So it was a risk well paid off there. They get the early squad wipe, and again, 4 kills on the board or another 60 points.
Something that I definitely like seeing, as you mentioned there, if you get 2 teammates down already, you know what? Just go ahead and push, finish them off, try to finish off the full-on team. And Team Terror, actually from India, it's something that they have not, yeah, it's something that they have not been doing. They knock people out, they're aggressive, and then once they knock people out, they just decide to back up.
Yeah, it's something that's been a little bit curious from them so far. Hopefully we'll see some changes to that tactic moving forward. But again, their goal may be to just survive and try to make it a little bit further. But ultimately, with kills being worth 15 points per, you got to start racking them up if you want that top 3 spots. Because right now, all the money's going to China.
It definitely is. And as we see Sam here on the UAZ, just trying to get away, maybe go ahead and go closer to his team. He has to watch out because BTR is very close by. As we can see, they even hear the car. They know Sam is over there. Sam has to watch out. Earlier, he got caught swimming.
This is really interesting. Sam all by himself, looting up shacks and all kinds of small buildings. He's off by himself. And again, if he gets in line of sight of these guys, they just don't miss. So, I mean, really kind of a risky play here from Cloud9, and I'm kind of curious to see what their strategy is to group up here moving forward, where they're going to go group up at.
The good thing now is that Carnage, Kodo, and Rolex are starting to move a little bit closer, but they do have to watch out because look at this. Now, here comes the engagement, ladies and gentlemen. With the Uzi, the big Russian bot team trying to push the action. They know that the whole squad is over there. Are they going to go ahead and get back into the car?
From Indonesia.
Oh, it is.
Actually, similar clan tags there, but holy cow, we've got C9 rushing out of harm's way here, grabbing a compound, holding up, but Bigatron, again, putting pressure on him. Zuxi and Luxi rocking those Uzis from range. Uzi, in my opinion, one of the most underrated guns in the game. That thing is an absolute laser beam, especially mid to close range.
I have definitely seen you do some work there.
But it looks like BTR, content to just kind of hang out. One of the things about PUBG Mobile that's kind of beautiful is that you don't necessarily know who you're going up against until somebody is knocked or killed. It's kind of a mystery. It's like, what team is this? Are they, super strong? Are they a top team? Are they somebody that we can take advantage of? You don't really know until you kind of feel it out, get that knock, and then you see, oh, okay, this is a fight that we want to take.
And look at this circle right here. The safe zone a little bit towards the southwest, and all these players are just trying to get there.
Look at the Galaxy team up in Stalber, way out there in the zone. They are in cars, though, heading in 2 vehicles, and they will be hitting the zone here in about an hour.
And that is a friendly zone. And look at this. GT Doyu getting the high ground, just looking at the terror team. Are they going to be able to go ahead and finish them off here? He has them on his side. Says God knows where they're at. They have to go ahead and watch out.
We've got terror down in the compounds. It looks like GT Doyu eyeballing them, and that's something that you don't want, is that team eyeballing you. And it looks like they are aware of their presence. They're stalking once again. They might look for a knock, and if they do get that knock, look for them to come storming down the mountain. You can see right now, watching, observing, gathering intel. They haven't fired a shot yet, but you can see as they expose themselves, you're going to see them get ripped apart here if they do hold out in the open too long.
Interesting plays there by GT Akan, as he pretty much had two players standing there in the middle. More than likely, other players would already shot. They would have taken that one knock, but very, very smart plays here by him as he just decides to wait. He's trying to figure out what they're trying to do.
So he knows that they're split right now. I mean, he's got a shot. He's got, oh my goodness gracious. Look at the patience here. We've got Amit down there doing tricks. He's doing parkour, running through the compound, jumping off the cars, doing a freaking ankle grab. And then you got, GT Doyu up in the woods just watching all this madness.
Just waiting patiently, saying, I could kill you at any moment.
Pretty much. Look at this guy. I love it. He's got people in the house. What I expect to see is somebody peek the window, he's going to get the knock, and then you're going to see a compound storm at that point.
And what's interesting is it was just him looking at that compound.
Yeah.
His teammates didn't even care. They were looking just around, watching their backs, watching their sides. That's interesting. Usually when you see stuff like that, all the teams actually go towards that area and try to start getting kills. So they're playing it super smart, and as you said, just very, very patient. And now we got Arab Madness going up against BRK. BRK doing that good movement as they are pretty much on this compound. They're a little bit far away from each other, so I doubt they're going to go ahead and try to engage here unless for some reason somebody stands out in the middle of nowhere, because BRK is very aggressive. So they might not have that patience there that GT Doyu.
Definitely. Gatka's an interesting spot for a squad fight as well. The compounds are a little bit unique, a little bit far apart. Not quite the lob of grenades as you see some other places on the map. But right now we're going to transition over to full send. Looting up here is exclusive, rocking the UMP. Still only in level 1 gear. But we are going to also take a look at BTR.
BTR, and look at this map here. A lot of teams still outside this A zone, and Galaxy still all the way pretty much northeast of the map.
They're still looking at about 50 minutes for them to get to the zone.
And I noticed LHW is still in Novo too. That is the only team that is landing Novo at the moment. Nobody's challenging him, so that's a lot. That's actually a lot of good stuff for him. And something that we saw earlier as well is that Cloud9 decided to not go to just Naya, and they decided to go to Milta.
Split drop Milta and Shelter, definitely. And you saw kind of a little bit of disjointed early. They did get hit by Luxy and Zuxy's Uzis and made it out. If there was a little bit of a stronger weapon on those guys, maybe an M4, might not have been able to tell the same story.
Yeah, and the Terror team just pretty much
moving
from compound to compound. Look at
it's really early for a vehicle barricade. We're still in like the second circle, and Wildcard's got a position on a ridge right now, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but they're just trying to stay alive, and they're really taking precautions so they don't get shot from the flanks.
And right here, BTR just letting LHW pass by. Remember, this has already been looted by Cloud9, so more than likely they're going to go ahead and see that and just try to go ahead and move forward as he starts refueling his car. That way they can just make like bandits, and they're actually doing a lot of different...
Big knock there from X. Evo's taking out CPT Han.
Evo's pretty much the winners of the first round.
That's right. Evo's one of the strongest teams in the tournament, them. And they are super, super confident. And it looks like Hot Juke's getting the knock on Fusi. Oh, no. Siga taking out Caviera. BRK in trouble. Baraka goes down. They've got one member left for BRK.
Suk is going to go ahead and push back, and he has to watch out for the terror squad from India. Now Wildcard sees, this is what I love seeing right here. They know that they got players down. They're going to go ahead and try to push.
Blood in the water. They know, and as soon as they get somebody knocked, Wildcard is notorious for pushing and pushing hard.
Great push there by Lucifer.
There
Lucifer
it is.
Being able to go in and Wildcard just taking out BRK, ladies and gentlemen. Wildcard being able to go in and secure their 4 kills. GG's, but they have to watch out. You can't stay out for too long as Lucifer gets taken out by the Terror Squad.
Look at that.
Just getting pretty much taking that to their advantage.
DP from the window of the bar next door. Outsider getting shot as well. He's knocked as well. And look at this third party from RRQ Athena. Mini from across the way. D2E doing absolute work.
RRQ just taking those knocks as they're just staying still. They weren't expecting that whatsoever.
Wildcard went from a position of strength and having a little bit of party to getting shot up by 2 squads at the same time right after they just eliminated one.
Yep, and it all was pretty much because Lucifer got a little bit comfortable there looting out in the open, And then the Terror Squad just took full advantage of that. And look at this, RRQ with the aggressiveness. They know they got the players. They're going to go ahead and push. They got one knock. They got two knocks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Wildcard. Wildcard gets absolutely destroyed.
RRQ's in trouble, though. Look at this.
RRQ.
D2E's got one member left. Terror Squad has an opportunity here if they've been watching the kill feed, which looks like they may or may not. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to go
Senior
and push.
is really
they're just
low.
Gonna
He
go ahead and wait it out.
switches. Oh, that was huge right there. Senior was about to bleed out. He switched person that he was healing up, and he's going to be able to pick him up. That was really, really close to having a bleed out, though.
Interesting stuff there by the Terror Squad. Once again, we see them play passive. They could have gone in and more than likely just fully outnumbered them and destroy them, but they decide, you know what, let's just go ahead and wait it out here. One thing I did like about RRQ, the last player standing, is they shoot pretty much towards their compound to scare them a little bit, and then he actually started healing up his teammates.
Absolutely. You got to fire those shots, get the suppressing fire down, and at least let them, think that you're in a position of strength, even when you may not be. But 3 members down, he's able to get all of his teammates back alive, and here we switch our focus over to Evos, who's taking a great fight right now. It looks like with his big Russian bot.
It is big Russian bot. Evos versus big Russian bot, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Torty has the AKM. His helmet, though, he has to watch out. His helmet's pretty much gone. Evos actually just a lot of teams being super patient. It's insane. I haven't really seen this many teams being so patient. Oh, and right there.
Wow.
Talking about patient.
Once you peek, holy goodness. Evo's looks like your Ernie just absolutely got destroyed there with the mini through the window.
Ooh, that mini. You gotta watch out. You can't stay out for too long. Evos has one player down there. It doesn't look like they're gonna go ahead and try to sacrifice him. And another thing to point out, RRQ just knocked somebody down from the Terror Squad.
So they went from one person left alive to now all of a sudden they're on the assault again. Terror Squad content just to sit back and get overrun, it looks like, by RRQ. So here we are looking at Torty going up against Evos in the compound here. Illuminate getting some huge knocks there as well. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Evos with 2 players down. They're more than likely going to go ahead and finish them off. Evos has the potential of going out early right now. Here comes X for the save, and he gets shot up as well. They are in trouble. One player finished off in Bull Shark, and Ernie is down. X is limited on HP. We'll see how he can do. He does have to watch out because Torty, look at that flank by Torty. They haven't even noticed. They're currently just distracted with what's in front of them. Oh, that big grenade there by him. That Kobe, baby. Being able to go ahead and finish them off in Torty. Is Torty going to go ahead and just push the action here, trying to get a different angle, trying to distract them a little bit? That way his teammates can go ahead and just rearrange themselves and see if maybe they can just go ahead and push all together. They know they currently have the advantage with X in the shack there. They saw him run across to save. They know he's there. Just a matter of getting in position to come in and finish him off. And here we go. There you go. Evo's X gets knocked down by Torty. Now it's up to JC. What is JC going to go ahead and do? JC's got to get the heck out of there, man. He's going to hide. He's going to hang out. But unfortunately, the Molotov from Torty, well, that's not going to be allowed. It looks like they're going to come for him here. Oh, look at that grenade. That was a beautiful grenade. Oh, my gosh. Just barely at the door frame. He has to watch out. He's going to start getting pushed here, and he could get pushed by 4 teams, but they also have to be careful because LHW is just lurking by. Look at the nade. Look at the nade. This is beautiful. They're going to run, jump. Great plays here by JC. I like how he split their squad with that. So surrounded right now. Luckily for him, here comes the shots. Ladies and gentlemen, JC just gets Evos 2 out. Nice try. X goes down. JZ goes down, and that is the 17th place team right now. Evos winning one of the games earlier. Again, this competition is no joke. Everybody is good, and again, they go out early. They do have to watch out, and look at this. Gang of Stars just passing by CPT. They probably don't want that fight just yet. And something I'm starting to notice here by Gang Stars, they are starting to get on top of the mountains now. They might have noticed a little bit from LHW and GTW going pretty much on those hills, at the top of the hills, and they want to go ahead and maybe mimic a little bit of their gameplay as well. Indeed, Hero coming across right now on the boats from the southern island, or at least wrapping around here. They're going to be coming up from Morsk here shortly. There we've also got BTR in a boat as well. Lots of positioning and jockeying for spots going on here. RRQ, D2E getting another finish there on the Terror Squad from India. The Terror Squad just not playing like their actual name. They're not terrorizing anybody. They're just playing super passive. Look at this boat. It's in trouble, man. If this guy gets spotted, this could be trouble for BTR here. He's driving way out in the zone. They're driving the wrong way. What are we doing here, guys? The zone is the way you're driving. They're going to probably hang out and just look to come in late.
just try to maybe fake out some people. We saw that a little bit in the NA finals. I believe it was wild card when they were just playing with 3 players at one point. They were able to just wrap around the military base and just...
They're trying to come into Prim without being noticed. They went way away from shore, so they wouldn't be noticed. They're going to be coming into Prim behind everybody else. It's going to be tough, though, and there it is, Hero. Oh, man, this is tough. Pyra absolutely destroying that boat.
Hero jumps out. He jumped out just in time.
He saw the health on his boat, and he was like, listen, I ain't about to stand for this. And look at this. This boat we know is lit up.
You gotta watch out. He might be able to blow him up. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Pyra being able to go in and finish their Hero official. He still has to be careful.
He knows there's somebody in there. Yeah, he knows there's somebody in the water. Foxer jumped out just in time. He knew he blew up the boat, didn't get the kill. And look at that. He just spotted the team that came up.
Huge push here by GG as they just go ahead and push that compound. Interesting stuff, though, because KWCD has the
huge play. Justice with a huge play for Korea. That was an amazing job with the gross up from the top of the roof, getting 2 knocks there.
Bad plays there by GG as they just got absolutely demolished. They thought they had the advantage there by rushing in. Little did they know KWC had some people on the roof and just finished them slowly. Actually, finished them super fast.
Yeah, you had June coming around the corner there on the flank, getting the finishes on those knock players. One interesting bit is the guys that just came across in Primorsk. Man, that was impressive. And then check this out, the longest kill distance so far by Gangstars' Pyra, 364 meters on that last mini shot taking out the boat. Very impressive.
Hey, a record is a record. And look at this, C9 Rolex just now starting to destroy people from full send. Katarina goes out. Exclusive is very close by, and he has to watch out because Exclusive finished off Hot Jukes earlier.
That's right. She's looking to get some more.
You can't stay still for too long. These teams will start moving and getting angles on you. And C9 Rolex now getting some damage there, jumping around, trying to figure out where currently Ollie Pocket is. Little does he know, Ollie Pocket is laying down. Carnage does notice her. Carnage starting to get some damage there from Ollie Pocket. He has to back up a little bit.
It's now up to Fandy. Fandy's all the way on her own right now, trying to save the squad. Looks like Rolex and Carnage good to heal up. And look at this. This is an interesting strategy here for sure. We'll see if it pays off here in just a moment. No, it doesn't. They shoot the bush. Kodo sees her. Vandy goes out. I like the strategy, though. You know you're not going to win that gunfight 1v4. You just better hope for the best, and unfortunately, the best didn't happen for her. Good game to full send on that one.
Might as well just lay down in the bush, wait a little bit, but unluckily for her, Kodo was just too eagle-eyed there in destroying her. Now, C9 Sam still having the Uzi. Look at this.
Yeah, Uzi's a really good choice, in my opinion. I like that gun a lot, and as long as you've got your main weapon, the Uzi can work out really, really nice in close quarters.
An interesting place we have here as LHW is very close by Sute. I don't think LHW has noticed that anybody is close by. He does actually, he uses that new feature in the game, which pretty much if you're running and you crouch, it is gonna go ahead and throw you to the ground. That way you go down a lot faster. So smart plays there by him.
You see the shots coming in from distance here. Sute definitely where he's there. Oh my goodness. He spots him, knocks him with the nade. Absolutely zero chance for Zute there. Eliminated with no problems there by LHW.
LHW, look at this. And every single time they see somebody, they want to go ahead and back them up. They're saying, no, you don't want any of this. And now,
Terror Squad coming in. They just got shot at by LHW, got weakened, and now they're hitting a compound that's occupied by the other Chinese team, the Comfortable Penguin team.
Terror Squad. Pretty much losing one there earlier to, I believe it was RRQ, if I'm not mistaken. Still playing super passive, and CPT just waiting patiently. They have a Groza. They got
Illuminate over on the side there, just kind of
what
sneaking
they
in.
need. Illuminate, yes. Illuminate throwing some smokes here, trying to get some cover. But look at this. He knows that he got shot there by LHW. Does he really want that fight? I don't think you do. Just play it patiently as you've been playing it the whole time.
All Chinese players round out your top 5 in kills right now. GT Akan rocking 14 kills to his name. That's 4 more than the second place person.
Look at all the grenades CPT7 is just gonna go ahead and throw there. That is absolutely insane, as he does have a squad pulling up on him. KWCD pulling up a little bit too aggressive there. A little bit too aggressive, as you mentioned. Everybody has every angle covered there. You don't want to go ahead and you don't want to see that happen. That's the second time we see that happen now.
Looks like Cloud9 is approaching as well. This is a really, really solid compound hold right now by CPT.
Different angles. people in different
Look
places.
at the mini-map and all the squads in the area.
My goodness. I'm loving the action. I'm loving the IQ of the players here today as they are just making sure the back is just covered. As we now got KWCD pushing by. CPT able to destroy him there, and CPT just starting to clear out the bottom floor, making sure he finishes off people and also picking them up.
We've got CPT holding the compound here. Terror Squad trying to move their way in. Nades coming here shortly. Oh, wow. Amit takes a little bit of damage there. He's hanging out in the house, going to apply some bandage, patch up his wounds, and they're going to be looking to fight again here shortly.
Patch up as fast as he can. And look, see, Galaxy now gets there, but they're currently getting knocked down left and right there by RRQ. And Arab Madness trying to get down on Quarry, trying to get some cover from some kind of building because he does have RRQ coming up behind them.
It looks like they're making their way down to the Quarry. Arab Madness holding court here. They definitely have the early position, but that's a tough place to defend. Not a lot of spots to hide. The zone here, though, right in the middle of Quarry and just a little bit south there in the open field. So it should be interesting for sure.
And something to point out there, the first teams that were actually in the zone, LHW and GTW being in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. So great movement there by him, great rotations.
Look at this
now we're seeing
shots.
Carnage getting shot up. They have to go ahead and jump out of this car because if not, they're going to go ahead and get blown up.
I mean, this is crazy. They cannot drive anywhere without just being completely destroyed. And look at that. Car blows up. Rolex goes down again. Who is it? LHW just completely destroying vehicles. Anybody that goes by is not safe.
C9 Sam goes down. C9
White
Kodo
Sam
goes down as
Kodo.
well.
Oh, this is trouble again for Cloud9.
Cloud9 gets taken out by LHW. LHW wants that win. They're taking out everybody's terror.
Carnage goes down. LHW again comes out on top from that one.
And Torty here just trying to finish somebody off. Torty now starting to get shot from the side. He actually gets pretty much pushed. Barbosa actually, sorry about that. He gets pushed and King is now just laying down as Torty is starting to push the action a little bit towards the top of that hill.
Appa's pushing the top of the hill, trying to finish off Barbarossa, but at the top, King is waiting. King misses the shots with the UMP, and unfortunately, he is another knockdown for Arab Madness.
And guess who's there to pick up the kills? LHW, RRQ now starting to push up. This is going to be a good fight as RRQ is starting to push up against LHW.
Another vehicle explosion there for LHW. They're able to take out more people with vehicles. Pyra down, and Illuminate rolls up right on him, finishes him off, and the rest of Gangstars out in the zone currently.
And Gangstars in a bad spot here, as you mentioned, out in the zone. And look at this, LHW now sniping people away. They have 10 kills to their names already. And now here comes the knock, baby. Just picking them apart from far apart, actually.
Impressive stuff here. LZD from Doyu just absolutely destroying from range there. Taking his time, semi-automatic fire, picking them apart. We got Ed here trying to return fire from GT Doyu.
Ed currently just waiting patiently as he might be the only one currently, actually, he's the second one currently up from his team. Look at this, LHW just letting it rain on him.
LHW is fighting 5 squads at the same time right now. They literally have 5 squads on the ropes, and they're not even feeling pressure at the moment.
They're just backing everybody up. They're showing dominance, pretty much. That's what it is. They are showing them, hey, we are here. We are kings of this hill. You ain't coming anywhere near us.
Oh, look at the grenade coming here from G9.
G9. Is he going to be able to go ahead and get that kill? Here comes the smokes, actually. There's going to be a lot more smokes as he wants to go ahead and pick up his teammates and apply some bandages and all that stuff because, ladies and gentlemen, we got 8 teams left, 21 people alive, and the circle is starting to get smaller as Akan and 6 God gets taken out there by Doyu Ace.
Ace, I mean, these guys are racking up kills right now, getting knocks. There's another one that looks like 13 now for these guys. Unreal.
RRQ stealing that kill there from LHW. Interesting stuff as they were able to pretty much pick up some easy kills by him. And look at this, CPT now going up against LHW.
Interestingly enough, Gangstars did make it out of the zone. It looked like they were really out of position with all the other fighting going on. They got lost track of. Zuxi getting knocked. Ever Fury taking care of him, and then Elusu as well taking care. There's so many squads fighting right now. It's literally anyone's game. They gotta find cover. Lots of trees in the middle here, but otherwise an open field. I think smokes are gonna go into play shortly.
Angry gets taken out there by CPT-17, and there goes Ever Fury. Gangstars is now out, ladies and gentlemen. Higher placing than the previous games, so that's good for them. They might go ahead and get in a group. And GTW just waiting patiently. Somebody's right next to him, and he's not even shooting. The patience on this man, it is insane.
Really good patience there from GT Doyu. Top of the hill. CPT in the middle of a fight right now with LH Doyu. We got RRQ D2E finally getting knocked.
Now, interesting stuff here is that LHW does not have the circle advantage to them. At least not anymore. Pretty much, they're gonna have to figure out a way to get there as soon as possible. They got 44 seconds to figure this out. As CP then is just pretty much leaning right, and here we go. RRQ G9 knows that they're currently he's got LHW at a disadvantage, so he's gonna go ahead and just let those bullets drop.
Looks like they're pushing the flank on him a little bit. Ed's still hanging out on the flanks right now, unnoticed. Trying to catch somebody by the element of surprise here. Looks like LZD is down, but look at the return fire right away. Ace coming back and knocking Lucio.
Doyu Ace getting some shots right there as CPT is also, they're pretty much just trading shots back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Now here comes the smokes. They know they're gonna have to push. They're starting to push. They're pretty much picking people up as they're running towards the circle. LHW having a strong game here today.
They still don't know Ed's there. Ed has not fired a shot. He's been laying prone. He finally decides it's time to pop up. Unfortunately, doesn't get anybody, and he's gonna be knocked.
Ed waited just a little bit too long there, as now we have the final two, ladies and gentlemen. We got RRQ versus LHW. Let us know who do you think is going to win this game, because LHW is now going for the push. They only have two players. One of them gets knocked from this side. RRQ laying down, waiting patiently. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. RRQ gets the win. LHW, even though they had a great game, they finished on the second spot.
Again, huge numbers. LHW, once again, has put up 16 or more kills in a game. Wow. RRQ Athena getting the victory, though. Really impressive stuff from them. They had a lot of really good fights. D2E really carrying a lot of the load for them earlier on against the Terror Squad, popping out of the windows of the buildings. And then they also came in and took out Wildcard with that aggressive push. So really, really solid game for them all the way around.
Definitely. That's something I like to see. That's something that we mentioned throughout the match is you want to be aggressive. When you have people knocked down, you want to go ahead and push the action and finish them off, because the kills do come into play. As we just seen the Chinese teams get a bunch of kills. They're pretty much, we saw, as you mentioned, LHW was fighting 5 teams at the exact same time.
Hey, valiant effort from them. They made it all the way to second place that game, and 1 million kills, it seemed like, to boot. But again, really kind of taking out all kinds of vehicles and whatnot. Just everybody that drove by, they were not afraid to pull the trigger.
RRQ Athena with the chicken dinner at the end, but oh boy, does China continue to look so scary. LHW, CPT, and GT Doyu 3rd through 4th as well. But let's not take away anything from RRQ there. They were able to find the perfect spot, especially that flanking position towards the end of that final moments against LH. It was phenomenal.
That was really, really good stuff from them. All of those teams positioned so well.